Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Bringing you another Mercenaries. This one with Wesker on the castle. And in my opinion, Wesker is fucking trash for this level. Something about only having access to either a pistol or a magnum. It feels like he doesn't have like a really good answer. Like the magnum's only good on the Garradors if you've got really good fucking aiming, hit the tiny little parasite on their back. Like apart from that, you're better off just dealing as much damage like as you can to them, or using heavy grenades on them, or just regular grenades and then trying to hit them in the back with something after you've hurt them with a heavy grenade. Wesker fucking doesn't really handle them that well, in my opinion. Like you can 1v1 them with the just the mayhem mode, I guess. Just mash them down. But still, something about Wesker, he doesn't feel good to play on this level. Whereas the other characters all seem to have answers to specific shit. Like, I guess you can parry the Garradors as well, but I don't know, there's something about it. Doesn't feel as good. And obviously he doesn't have a knife, so he can't break boxes well. He does have access to small grenades right from the start though, and he gets a bunch of them right at the start. So you can do the sneaky grenade trick and blow up the catapult with grenades right at the start, so they don't fucking give you too much grief. I'm sure there's like... Yeah, that was a magnum round. Obviously that was a bad thing. I was meant to select a pistol. But yeah, like... This level, man, for Wesker, it just doesn't feel good. I don't know. I guess... Like, the Garradors aren't even too hard to handle, even if you don't have a good way to handle them. But I don't know, something about Wesker, it doesn't feel natural or intuitive to do any of it. Yeah. Like, his pistol is not good, and it is his main source of damage, besides parries, but parries are a defensive measure, they're not an offensive one. Once you build up the mayhem mode, you can go obviously very offensive and do a lot of damage, but I don't know, something about the low clip in the pistol and the rate of fire and the long reload, it feels sort of trash when you're getting swarmed. Like, you really do have to rely on melee in order to do it. Of course you've got your flash grenades and stuff to get you out of trouble. But yeah, like, it doesn't feel good. All of his answers to the enemies on this stage are like either defensive or, yeah, dependent on other things, right? I guess you got grenades and you can handle crowds and stuff, but it all clashes, none of it feels good. Whereas like Ada's mayhem mode, you can obviously deal DPS super easily just with the blacktail and mayhem mode. Like, that gun fires fast as fuck and it does a ton of damage, especially compared to like Wesker's handgun. And you can just handle enemies super easily with it. I mean, yeah. But like, look at that. Mayhem mode did handle the Garrador, but the Garrador's dying swipes hit Wesker, and that's the sort of thing. You can't get momentum up as Wesker. It all saps on you, it all slows you down. Yeah, whereas in like Village, Wesker handles it all pretty well. You can do your melees, you can build up your mayhem mode really quickly. You can obviously retreat to the rooftop spot where they can only come at you single file. There's ways to handle and mitigate it, whereas on this, you're constantly getting swarmed. The best areas to defend, you still will be attacked by 2 to 3 guys at once. So it's pretty hard to sort of mitigate that risk, right? And obviously when you get double Garradors, you can still deal with them with like heavy grenades and stuff, but he just lacks that instant offensive ranged option that all the other characters seem to have. I guess he's got a Magnum, but like the Magnum is slow. It's pretty inaccurate. Well, I'm not sure you can say inaccurate. It's hard to hit shit with it because it's like pure laser dot. It's not like a crosshair. Yeah. Like, I still managed to get like S rank and everything, but fucking hell, does not feel good. And like, he's not a bad character or anything, but that fucking pistol feels like shit, and it's got a low clip. Yeah. That's another thing, like you will get a boost in mayhem mode for the pistol, but then it's a trade-off of range damage or close quarters damage with the melee attacks. So, like even at best his ranged attack is a trade-off. Like he has no, like he's got a Magnum and he's got 7 shots with a Magnum, that's it. And the Magnum's got a long reload and it's laser sight, so it's sort of hard to hit shit, especially when it's moving, and you gotta kind of save it for bosses anyway. Like, yeah, like none of it's intuitive with Wesker, whereas the other characters feel balanced. Like Leon, like base Leon's got the semi-auto riot gun, he's got a pretty shitty handgun, but it makes up for it with like mayhem mode and his access to a semi-auto rifle. Yeah, and then you get other characters that are just sort of OP, like Hunk. Like obviously he can handle anything, and his mayhem mode gives you infinite ammo, and infinite ammo can stun lock and pretty much kill anything. Whereas, like he can sort of stun lock with melee with Wesker in mayhem mode, but it doesn't last that long, and it's a trade-off with range damage, and his main damage dealer is shitty pistol with low clip, long reload, and it doesn't even have good DPS. Like it fires haltingly. Whereas I suppose Leon's does as well, but in mayhem mode it doesn't. Like in mayhem mode it fires pretty much as fast as you can pull the trigger. Yeah, I don't know. Feels like shit. Wesker feels like shit. Stems from the bad handgun, I think.